And you know who else told me?
We're live.
Yeah, we're live! Live, baby! That's what we do. That's what we do. Well, what's going on there? Mark's putting on a plant. Billy's behind him. I think I'm in Greece. Can I say that? Oh, my Greece, you better shape up. Do you have a lineup? I'm so sorry.
Yep.
I'm schwitzing and kvetching and all this. Now, thank you so much, Billy. Mark, this is ironic that I know him from the Cantus for PAT. Irv. PAT. This world is so crazy. We start a show, and I just start talking about one person I used to work with. It's because I hope you put your name down, I can't remember it. It was so interesting that I worked as a receptionist for no money just because I wanted to be in the right place. And sometimes you gotta be at the right place at the right time. And for $6.35, I was at the Film Center in Manhattan, and I was gonna meet everybody. And I met everybody. And you could ask my husband, I took over the place. I started managing, they were ripping them off. And back then, they were tape dubs. So if you had to send your tape, it was crazy, the business of dubs. And I'll tell you one of the craziest stories, while we're live, is that we used to, there's a word, I forget, I know that Aaron will know. It's when you take the tapes and you use them again, and there's a term for that. What is that called? Degouging. Degouging. You have to degauge the tape. And they would do that and not tell people they're using degoused tape. They think they're getting new tape. Cut to, Scholastic Books is our client. Cut to, the end of the movie has a little blank, and then a woman having sex with a horse. Okay? All right, and this is in German, by the way. I'm just telling you, it's really crazy. It's this German woman, she's with a horse or was it a pony? It doesn't matter. Either way, it's not good. And they said, the man was so angry with me. And he said to me, do you imagine children seeing something like this? So I said to him, did they know what it was? I mean, it's kind of hard. But I said, I'll give it to you. What did I tell him? I said to him, if you don't tell, no, how did I do it? All I know is that he took the money from the school, kept it, and I gave him new tape with no bestiality. And that was the good thing. Not to see a horse and a Fraulein, oh my God. I just want to know what's going on here. I've heard the craziest stuff, right? Being Jewish is not easy, is it?
No.
Okay?
Right now, at all.
Lately. I heard that the Jews and the Arabs have not been getting along lately. It's like a mixed marriage. Like when my brother married an Arab girl at one point, I mean, it was beautiful. I mean, the wedding was wonderful, but he was conflicted because, she was Arab and they didn't know whether they should just, elope or blow up the temple. So that's the kind of thing that happens. We're still waiting for Grandma. These are the things that we laugh about in life. I will tell you, however, that yesterday was exciting, in case you've never done it. We did a show at the Ha-Ha yesterday. And Billy, I should have told you, I didn't know it wasn't promoted on the thing, on the website. I didn't know that. Not the website, on our. So you guys who are watching, because a couple of people had to get cut because you can't, when you're having an industry showcase, right, you have people coming, you have to prepare, you have to have your 5 minutes, and I'm doing mine right now. And so I'm just saying that to people that could not, the club owners know who's coming, who has tickets sold, and who they're asking for. So, and the other game you can't play, it's just a lesson out of LASD, please don't call and say, I've got 15 people, and then, they all drop. I got 3 now. Like, people have done things, anything to get on stage. Mark, how many times? But I, technically, and then I had a woman that said she was working with me, and she said, you're not going to believe this. She goes, I have 102 people coming tonight. I said, from where? You just moved here. And it was weird. She was a Jewish Arab married to a Puerto Rican. Well, nothing wrong with that, because it's New York, so it's typical. Except that they had 2 people. 2 people they brought, 2. And we had all these servers. So that's why it sucks. Because sometimes you say, okay, let me buy these tickets so it looks like I have people. And then you have all these empty tables with no alcohol. So that's how I got busted there. So I got to try and find another way. I got to find another way. So with all that being said, I want to tell you that Tuesday nights, we have something here called the Right Club. I don't know if you're aware of it. No, not Tuesday night. It's Sundays. It's Sundays, and he's Tuesday. I'm Sunda, Sunday without the Y. Not to confuse anybody with Saturday, which is Saturday with the, she's Persian. Her name is Saturday. She goes, my name is, it's like Saturday with H. And I said, I'm Sunday without the Y. Where's the rest of the friggin' week? Anyway, Aaron has a great acting class that goes on Tuesdays, and really wonderful things have been said. I mean, look, the proof is in the pudding. So that's going on. We have someone else coming on board soon, Christian Cinthron, who's going to be teaching a different type of stand-up. He's coming from Rodney Dangerfield's place, Rodney Dangerfield's University. And, of course, we have the Right Club with Dustin Chafin. And so when you have a chance, take a look at Dustin's work and see what you're getting into, because sometimes you got to see what you're getting into. When people call me, I say, you should look at other schools first. And they say, nobody has ever said that. And I said, you should, because I could be irritating, you know. You might not like me, right? Then they call back and they're like, did this really happen to you? Did this really? I can't, look, bring back my space. I mean, personal space. I just want to wear a mask because I don't feel like wearing makeup. So I'm going to say this right. I'm going to say this right. I'm going to get it right. I'm going to get it right. Hi, everybody. Give it up. It's open mic night at LASC. Make believe that we're going to make some noise up in this mofo. My name is Sunda Kronquist, and I'm your host. That's right. If you've never seen a Swedish and black Jew, there you go. You got one now. I'm a cotton-picking, egg and ketchup-eating girl from Jersey. That's right. That's how you can prove you got white trash in you. A little ketchup on your eggs always shows. I wonder if you put that on gefilte fish. Oh, now that's Jewish. Ketchup. Listen, my mother-in-law let me eat tongue. It wasn't hers, but it was delicious. Anyway, the reason we're doing this is because we love comedy. That's what we have to do now. There's so much shit going on in the world that we just have to love comedy, and that's it, and that's it, and that's it. And I'm going to bring up, as a matter of fact, the director of the film Actors Cafe. And he is the one and only Aaron McIntyre. Hey! Hip hop hooray!
I have no idea what I'm going to do. I decided I'm just going to bring my shit up tonight. If you guys, how are you? You good? Okay, good. What's your name again? It's David. David.
Yeah.
David. So is that short for anything or?
David, Davidian,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Davidian might be Davidicus.
Maybe if it was like Roman or something.
Yeah. You know, you might look into that. Because there's lots of Roman comedy lovers out there. I know. You know, have you heard about these litter box schools? They're trying to outlaw litter boxes in Texas in schools. They've got this whole thing. They're wasting all this time trying to get litter boxes out of schools. There are no litter boxes in schools. They keep saying, you know, people keep coming in going, there's no, when is this going to happen? And the guy who was testifying said, well, we're just doing this in case someone wants to bring their litter box to school. Which is crazy because, you know, they've got bathrooms. They don't need litter boxes. I'm going to do something with that. I don't know. You know, I was thinking about people coming into heaven. You know, like when people come into heaven, who do they meet? Who's the first person they meet in heaven? St. Peter. That's right, St. Peter. So he's going to let them in. So right now I'm sure that they've got some kind of computerized system where they can look them up. But, you know, over the years, they didn't have that. And would have had to been word of mouth in the beginning, you know, because they didn't even have shit written down. So then it went to scrolls, and then it went to books, which, by the way, the book, the good book, the big book, the Bible, what a great work of art by a bunch of people. I mean, I'm pretty sure they've got some kind of like cosmic editor out there, you know, like figuring out either that or just a bunch of people. I'll put my piece in. I'll do my piece of the Bible. because it's all over the place, you know. There was Enoch, which, by the way, I've got a knock-knock joke. Knock-knock. Enoch. Inoculation efficacy for the polio vaccine is 90% after 1 dose and 100% after 3. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just sending that out to Mr. Kennedy. Dumb idiot. Swear to God. Did you hear that he had terrible grades when he was in school, so he started doing heroin? And then he went to the top of his class doing heroin. So here's the guy who's in charge of all of the health in the world and in the United States, and he's telling people that if you want to get good grades, do some heroin. Ride the pony, as they call it. Let's see here. One part. Yeah. I don't. Sometimes I write stuff down and I have no idea what the hell I'm talking about here. I believe in evolution. That's why I believe that at one point I used to be a short-legged karate warrior. I think that might have been I was dictating. I said something else, and I have no idea what the hell I said. You know, there was one time I was dictating into my phone while I was driving, and it kind of went like, you know, I think it's really amazing that people don't crash more on the streets because there are so many people. You goddamn motherfucker, cut me off again, and it was right in the middle. I was talking into the phone, and I do get confused. I was talking about this last night. The vernacular, you know, like when somebody says, you know, have a good one. Are they saying have a good day or a good life or have a good shit? You know, I'm not sure which it is. It's very confusing. But to all those people out there who would say, have a nice day or have a nice life, don't tell me what to do. You know, it's my life. I can have a good day or not. I don't care. Like when you go into a store and they say, can I help you? It's like I say, nobody can help me. And then I run out. And then the next time I come in, they don't bother me. It's amazing. I don't know what it is. I gotta watch out for that guy. Let's see here. Yeah, I was driving behind this. This is just a story. It was the weirdest thing. I was driving behind this car. It was a Dodge Ram, and it had this red light across the bumper that when the guy would put on his brakes, a little, like as soon as he put it on, it would turn yellow. So it was like, caution, I'm about to stop. And then it would start flashing red, and then it would go solid red, and then it would flash slow red. And I thought, wow, this is really computer. And it was like, it was tripping me out, you know? And I mean, I was really high at the time, but don't I wasn't driving. I was in a Waymo. At least I think I was. I'm not 100% sure of that. I could have been driving. But I have had conversations with the drivers of Waymos. It's really great because you can sing in Waymos, you know, you can just do whatever the fuck you want, you know. You can try out your comedy material if you want in a Waymo because there's nobody to interrupt you. Used to drive for Uber. Oh, there's another thing I found in the Bible that I got to write some stuff about. It's the washing of feet. Right? There's a lot of feet washing going on back in those days. It was just a euphemism for fucking. You know, I didn't know that, and I kept reading it. It was like, why are all these women going into their Lord's chamber and washing their feet? I'd love to have my feet washed. Although I'm very ticklish, so I can't. You can't touch my feet. Like, if anybody wants me to scream like a girl, all I have to do is start to go for my feet, and I immediately start dancing around, going, no. It's pretty bad. I embarrassed my daughter one time with that when I went to get a pedicure. She was going to get a manicure with all of her little friends when she was graduating from junior high. Did you graduate from junior high? I mean, did they have like a whole ceremony? Yeah. Not when I was a kid, man. No. You didn't have any graduating from anything except for high school. But we went to get her manicure, and I went in there, and my now ex-wife thought I needed a pedicure, and I kept saying, I don't really think I should get a pedicure because I'm really ticklish. No, you'll love it. So I went in there, and of course, as soon as the woman touched my feet, I just started going, ha, 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 ha. And just as I did that, these little kids came in from her school to get their nails done, and I embarrassed my daughter terribly. You know how you're listening to songs sometimes? Do you have any songs that you've heard before and you thought the words were different than what they ended up being? What's your favorite? Do you have any favorites or anything?
Blinded by the Light.
Yeah, you thought it was
Wrapped up like a douche.
like a douche. Yeah. I did. Everybody thought that. I think that's what they said. Because you listen to Bruce Springsteen, he wrote it, and his version is clearly deuce. But no, those are the ones that are definitely douche. Wrapped up like a douche. What about you? You got any?
Lyrics that sound like...
Yeah, that you thought were one thing and then turned out to be something else?
All the time, there's one that, in particular, I think the name was Robin, with a Y, from the 90s. The song's like, I forgot the name of the song, but she says the cross-eyed bear, but it sounded to me like the cross-eyed bear. That's what I thought.
I had a couple. The first one I remember was Help Me Rhonda, by the Beach Boys. Brian, rest in peace. It was Help Me Rhonda, yeah, get her out of my car. I thought it was get her out of my car. I thought she was just maybe living there or something. And then my favorite one was I Won't Be Your Beast of Burden by the Rolling Stones. I thought it was I Can Smell Your Pizza Burning. And there's quite a few other ones. But my time is up. That was fun. Thank you so